Hi everyone, John and Valerie are here. Woo! Go
Woohoo! Hello.
us! If you're here, say hello. Valerie says hello. Valerie, do you
I
remember
sure
that you're
did.
streaming with me? I'm just
Oh,
teasing.
I know you're just kidding.
If you're
John says, "Hey guys."
John Bubbett is here in the house. Hi, John. And hey, since John, myself, and Valerie are all Excelsior composers, the official release of our music was today.
Yay!
So, Valerie, I don't know if you have that link and you're interested in sharing that
Let me see.
in DOS chat. It may not let you now that I think about it.
I was gonna ask because I know the last time you had mentioned something about that,
Um, after this, I need to
but
remember to try to figure out how to give you the permissions to do that. Hang on, I will. Hang on, I'm going to make a post real quick and then we're going to get started. And as you can see, we're going to enter The Volunteers March by John Philip Sousa. And we're going to do some arranging, and then you guys can ask me questions of things, or if you have other questions that you want me to do besides that, please also feel free to ask those.
yeah, I just tried to share it, wouldn't let me share it.
All
But
right, I'll get it in a second.
so, was that? Did I see that you cooked some?
Chicken Alfredo tonight.
That looked really delicious.
Yeah, I'm working on my array of cooking. So today was I was working. I was feeling some chicken Alfredo, and it tasted delicious. All right, let's see if this will let me post this here in the chat, and then we're gonna get started. There's
Oh
the link
no,
to all of our music. I know, John. I'm
John,
telling you, my chicken Alfredo was delicious.
we should all make you cook it for us sometime.
Maybe at Midwest I'll find a way to make everyone some chicken Alfredo. Although everyone wants my steaks. My steaks are famous.
I
Okay.
saw it.
Okay.
Didn't you make like prime rib the other day or something?
Oh
That looked pretty
yeah,
good.
prime rib is my favorite. Although that's just real simple. You just we put it on a rotisserie. So basically, what we do is we basically just season it. And John, if you're ever in the area, you're more than welcome. But we basically just season it with the seasoning, and then we put it on the rotisserie and let it go for 2 or 3 hours, and that's a really easy thing to do.
That sounds pretty easy.
All right, so the volunteers we're gonna do today, Valerie, and in the volunteers, the thing that's kind of neat about this, it only happens once, but there, I'm gonna use the hand tool here. There's a siren. Because so if you look, and by the way, full disclaimer and out in the open, I'm using the free version that the President's Own put out. And basically, what we're going to do is we're going to make this appropriate for, say, a grade two or a seventh grade band piece, or maybe an eighth grade band piece for middle schoolers. But so Sousa wrote this, for a fire department. You can read it here. I won't read it to you. They also premiered this with the New York Hippodrome. There you go. But yeah, this is it's a really fun march. I'm not going to play it due to copyright laws, but please go and look it up. It's a really fun march. All right, to work we go. So when I do this, what I'll usually do when I'm doing something like this is I'll do a page at a time. Let's see. Yeah, there's only 7 measures. I'll do a page at a time, and I'll usually take things and copy and paste things that are similar. So I already know the flutes. The flutes are by themselves trilling this B flat. We're in the right key. We're in E flat. Oh, I need to put it transposing. Which, if I remember correctly, is Shift T. Control Shift T. I need to remember that. So 1 measure, 6/8. And then R just basically will repeat that. Then we select our 3 measures, hit L, and then I usually bring it over a few notches. I feel like the trill by default usually goes a little too long. So there we go. All right, cool. So there's that. Go ahead, Valerie.
Can I just wanted to ask a quick question. There was one time where I was trying to put a trill into Sibelius, and I wanted them to trill to the flat note, like 1 note up but flat. And I couldn't figure out how to do that. So
I'll show you that in 1 second. Hang on, let me.
All right.
I figured I would put this in while you were asking that. Oops. Okay, cool. So only thing we need to do here is put in the cap accents. And this needs the dynamic. And then slur, slur. And then everything else is good. Okay, cool. So, so to answer your question, this is where the inspector comes in. And if this was full screen, it probably wouldn't leave me like with a 1-inch resolution here. But if you click on the trill, you see it says interval. You can say what kind of interval. And then depending on what you do, it'll say, so like for example, if we go diatonic, if we go to fixed, then you could say how many half steps you want it to go. Do you want it to start on the upper note and then go down? Do you want it to play it straight?
Okay.
All things there that you have all those options, but they're here in the inspector. But so that does bring up a question. So then how would you make the trill say trill flat? So if I remember correctly, let's see. Oopsie. You actually have to, there is no actual trill flat thing in here. You actually have to like make it. I remember once a long time ago I was trying to write trill flat, and I think you actually have to kind of make it on your own. I don't think there is an actual trill flat.
Yeah, I couldn't find one.
Yeah, I think what we would do is we would write that trill, and then we would, for example, take this, put it here, and then put it Q-sized. Oops. Something like that.
Okay. Hey, Brandon Nelson is here. He says hello.
B. Brandon Nelson. Hello, Brandon. Brandon, we're entering a march unless you have questions. But until then, it is your favorite thing in the world. We are entering a march into Sibelius. Oh, man. Brandon's going to be so excited. He's not going to be able to contain himself.
Is Brandon a Sousa fan?
Something like that. I don't know if fan is the right word.
Oh, is he not a fan of marches?
He's a French.
You were picking on him.
Here.
Oh.
Allow me to say this. He plays the French horn.
Yeah, I get it.
That everything becomes clear when you say they love Sousa marches and they also play French horn.
Yeah.
Everything makes so much sense. Brandon once told me, but for the good of the order, Brandon, what is your favorite Sousa march? The huddled masses are wondering. Oh, I almost did it, Valerie. You didn't see that.
Oh. The New York Hippodrome.
Yeah, I thought that was his favorite. Which, hey, speaking of Brandon, this one here, this march we're working on, was premiered. Where did I just see that? It was premiered. Oh, yeah, right here. This march was given a stirring premiere at the New York Hippodrome. So, there you go.
John Bubbett says he likes Glory of the Yankee Navy.
Yeah, that's a good one. I already did that one, or else I would we could have done that one. If you remind me, John, I will send you. I think I made it a grade 1. Like it's very, 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 very watered down. All right. So let's keep going.
What was your favorite Sousa march?
Well, Valerie, before I answer that, I realized I should have asked you, what is your favorite?
I'd have to think about that because I'm a big Sousa fan, but I'm not a French horn player. I'm a clarinet player. So.
Oh, see, that would make me hate Sousa marches even more because his are all he gives all the obligato to the woodwinds.
Well, that's the fun stuff.
I don't know if fun is the right word. This is going to be too low for them. Yeah, it's going to have to be good. Okay. Okay. Cool. Does it also go to the trumpets? Yes, it does. Now this is going to create a dilemma because this is a grade 2, so the second trumpets can't really go up that high. So... By the way, if you guys have any questions of how I'm doing things, or if you want me to do something specifically you're wondering how to do in Sibelius, please feel free to ask. I think this is the easiest solution for keeping this a grade 2. Yeah, there we go. This is such a cool introduction. I love it. And then the siren, as you can see. And we're going to notate it exactly like that. And we're going to put it down here with the crash cymbals. All right. So the timpani is the other thing that we have to actually make up, especially for educational purposes. So we're going to just do that. I usually do 5, 4, and 1 for a Sousa march. Oops. Those are what I usually tune. I mean, and even in my marches, for the most part, I'll do 5, 4, and 1, especially for the younger groups.
So what grade did you say that this was going to be again?
2. Maybe 2.5. I'm going to go with 2.5. It's in 6/8. It's probably going to be the 2.5. For those of you that are wondering, I'm going to get rid of these slurs by using the filter. Boom, they're gone. I'm also going to get rid of that accent, but I'm going to just click on it because there's only one of them. Alright, so here's the introduction. Oops. Just kidding. Here's the introduction. There we go. Although I think what we're going to do is we're going to give this trill to the oboes as well, except down an octave. There we go. Okay, so now we got to do this percussion thing. Now, Sousa March percussion is usually predictable and very copy and pasteable. Because it's a grade 2, we're going to change some of these rhythms as well. Because you would not in a grade 2 6/8 piece go da 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 da. It's just something you wouldn't do. I go da 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 da. I usually just make it in eighth notes. Oopsie. There we go. Ba-da-da. Oh, you guys haven't heard that part yet, so you guys are going to be like, what is he singing? So our goal for today will be to try to get this introduction in and maybe a little bit of the first strain, maybe the first 2 pages of this march. Oh, I never answered. What is my favorite Sousa march? My favorite Sousa march, hang on, let me get it up here. My favorite Sousa march of all time is called the Liberty Loan. Oh, here, while we're doing this, before I forget, here, I'm going to, for John. John, this is the Yankee Navy. As you can see, I made it really simple. It's like a grade 1.5. But here, let's give it a, for John. Ooh, I just realized I accidentally left the slurs in the mallet part. Whoops. Before we go on, let's get rid of those. There we go. All right, let's keep going.
How do you adjust the reverb in Note Performer?
If you go up here to play, hang on. I need to remember the performance. Use reverb. You could do dry. And here, we'll listen to the rest of this in dry. And as you can hear everything now. There is no reverb.
John Bubbett said, awesome. I think he's excited that you're showing this one.
This is definitely a fun Sousa march. If you remind me, John, after this, I'll email you this or send it to you on Facebook. Here, we'll go with a little bit more. We'll do small room. that one.
Yeah.
So then I'll play my favorite Susan March now.
So John Bubbett said, I think Mac accesses the reverb differently.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Mac.
Look, looks like you would have to adjust each voice in Mixer.
Oops,
And he said, bravo.
Yay! Hang on, I'm gonna put this back to Ambient Hall. I grabbed the wrong Liberty Loan. Here's the Liberty Loan I want. Here we go. Here's the Liberty Loan. Now I'll just play the trio. I don't want to do the whole thing. But the trio is what makes this one special to me. Because it's the... this one probably doesn't get as well known as the other one that does the same thing. But I'll just play it and I'm sure you'll catch on. So yeah, that's one of my...
I really like, I like Bullets and Bayonets. And I like the Black Horse Troop.
That one's still under copyright. I didn't know that.
Which one?
Black Horse Troop.
And then Solid Men to the Front.
Yeah, I know a few people that like... I can never get on board the Solid Men to the Front. Not yet, at least. And I'll tell you that I was never a fan of the Liberty Bell for a long time. Oh, that reminds me. Did you all hear what which one that one was the Liberty Loan was very similar to? It probably doesn't get played because of its big brother, if you will. Did you all catch which one it was?
I didn't.
The Liberty Bell. It has the chimes in it. Yeah, it probably doesn't get played as much because of the Liberty Bell. But I like the Liberty Loan. Actually, I think I like the Liberty Loan more than I do the Liberty Bell. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's see. Oops, I gotta turn on this cue. The flam. Boop. There we go. So now we should have everything. We should have... Oh, we gotta put the siren in. Now the sirens is gonna be for decoration. Because there is no siren and no performer, so this is gonna just be 100% looks, and I can show you how to turn that off as well. So we just put this in here, here, here. This measure is gonna be blank. This is gonna go up here. And then this is gonna go here. And we're gonna put this here. Snare drum, bass drum, siren. A poor percussionist is gonna see this and be used to just playing the traditional march things and go, siren! Like, They didn't tell me we get to do that. Let's see. Then we need a line, so we're gonna just do this. Now, if I remember correctly, when we do this, we can actually turn off in the inspector where it says gliss. I think. Yep, auto off. So now it's just a straight line. And then we need to do the same thing here. Gliss off. And now it goes right to the note. Oh, but it goes back up again. And we'll just leave.
What's a long siren?
Apparently, when Suzo was writing this, he just said, not enough siren. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll add that when we get to it.
It must have been the cowbell of his generation.
Yeah, he was like, just not enough siren. Well, I mean, you're the one that's still a fan of the Lion's Roar, so I don't think you got room to talk.
It's not that I'm a huge fan of the Lion's Roar. It's just that...
You're a huge fan of the Lion's Roar?
I think it's really cool because it's not used often.
It's not that I'm a huge fan of the Lion's Roar. It's just that I'm a huge fan of the
I'm a
Lion's
huge
Roar.
fan.
At least she admits it. She could lie about it. She could say, oh, I don't know. I don't like the Lion's Roar. And then from here on out, every single piece by Valerie will have the Lion's Roar. Like, Valerie, you very clearly said you do not like the Lion's Roar. Oh, we didn't go through because I didn't. Oh yeah, I didn't I? I imported the template. Did I not put symbols?
I thought you did.
I thought I did too. Apparently, haha, JK. Hang on, I gotta see where the crash symbols are in the map here. Ah, they're the sideways square or the diamond. All right, so we need notations, type, and we got to find which diamond it is. I'm gonna guess it's 6. Yep. 6 is kind of my go-to diamond. All right, so I think we have the first page. Oh, we have to turn. Oh, we have to turn the sounds off for this. So basically, just go here to play on pass and uncheck check number 1. But we have to now go check on the crash symbol because if not, it will also not play. But that's how you do, like, I know Valerie asked me earlier this week, how do you do play first time only on repeats and stuff like that? Literally just select what you want. You uncheck 1 or 2 if you want it the second time, but you just uncheck it and it'll go off. All right, let's listen to this fabulous introduction by John Philip Sousa. Oh, we got to do the rest of it. I forgot about that. minor details. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna listen to the whole thing now. Minor detail. The whole thing is not done. All right, let's get this last thing in here, and then we'll be done with the first page. Let's see. So, I do everything via keyboard entry. I don't do. I don't usually do anything else. Oh,
When you say
who caught the mistake?
I didn't catch the mistake.
It should be like.
Wait.
It should be like that.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, so here, since I am teaching, so shift spacebar. Oopsie, shift spacebar will take the slur back. If you hit shift spacebar, it goes back. If you hit the spacebar on its own, it goes forward. For those of you that were wondering. Sorry, Val. Oh, I almost did it again. I almost put a dotted note there instead of a... Oh, but it is a dotted note this time. It's been one of those days.
So when you say you enter everything by keyboard, are you talking about like
MIDI keyboard?
Yeah.
No,
Is that what you're okay?
I put it all in via my typing keyboard. Valerie, did you see that?
You copied and pasted.
Did you see that, Valerie?
Oh, you did the octave thing with the shift down.
I did the thing and I did it right this time.
Bravo.
Yay me. Hang on, we need to not do the same thing here. So this needs to be F to F sharp. Okay. You're gonna go to the altos and double that so that they can have that. You're gonna be doubled by the tenor sax. Okay, and then you are going to get F sharp to G. Okay, what does the tuba have? Because that's what the... Oh, they're going to have that.
A to B.
Let's see. Now we need to basically just copy and paste this down to the trumpets. What does the French horn have? We need to give them something that... Who... We need to give them this tenor sax thing. But then we need to give them the... Yeah, like that. Cool. That works out. Okay, now the bassoon, we're going to double the trombones here. And the trombones look like they have the melody. I've noticed that a lot. In a lot of Sousa marches, Sousa will give the trombones the melody. It's very typical of... As someone now that has done this to several Sousa marches, it is not uncommon to see Sousa... Oopsie, I almost forgot to... put the let vibrate, the le vibre. What? Where did? Oh, because I have to. That's right. Do that. Although this is gonna not work. Yeah, it's gonna have to be what it is.
I can tell that you're a perfectionist.
Oh, I most definitely am. Oh, that's right. I have to copy it. That's why I did this. This has to come over here. Oh, except, oh. Because we need to... Where is my note head number 6? Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Sorry, that's stuck in my head. Well, you'll hear that in a minute. I'm giving away Sousa spoilers. There we go. Alright. We need to give this to the... Oops. Give that to them. And we're not going to do anything with the timpani at this point. Okay, cool. And if I remember correctly... This measure is the same thing.
Did you... Oh, sorry, my dogs.
Everyone say hi to Valerie's dog.
That was Rachel. Do the bells... Is the slur on the bell part...
Needs to go away.
For everybody who does not know, I have 3 Great Danes and 1 pit bull, and they're all inside dogs. They refuse to be outside dogs, so you may hear them every once in a while.
The whole audience messaged me personally at once and said that they are offended.
They'd apologize, but all they can do is bark.
They would apologize by barking. Oh, poor puppies. Oh, there they are. Speak of the devils. Let's see. Swap 1 and 2. Line. Let's get rid of the label. And then it's going to go back up there, and it's going to stay there for 2 measures. And boom. Oops. I did it bad. There we go.
What'd you do?
I made the layer 1 rests go wonky. Let's see. Text goes off.
John Babbitt said siren is in layer 1 and symbol in layer 2.
No, it's the other way around, but except for this one measure where they're together, because the symbol is on C and the siren is on G. I think that it looks better this way. I mean, it's kind of a tricky thing, but in this case, I'm going to default to which looks cleaner. I had it the other way, but it looked awful.
Yeah, it was hard to read the other way.
So that is, other than that, it's the opposite of what you are saying there. And I guess but see, then I'm seeing what you're saying is maybe reverse them, but you see here in measure 2, if we reverse these,
then it's gonna be,
yeah, that happens, and it's
crazy note stems.
So yeah, I think that this is unfortunately the best solution.
The cleanest, yeah.
We need to get rid of all these rests. Roll dot. Actually, we need to leave these rests here. That is something, they do need those rests.
So he said, so layer 1 on top, then layer 2 underneath. But I think you just did that in that one measure.
Yeah, in that one measure, John.
You just changed the note stems.
Yeah, well, no. The layer 1 is on top and layer 2 is underneath. Except that's usually, I mean, because that's the way it always looks nicer. Layer 1 on top, layer 2 underneath. And then basically 3 is, if you will, stem up. But here, I'll show you. It's like stem up, but it's secondary stem up. See there behind that? And then 4 is like stem down, but again, like a secondary stem down.
He says, got it.
Woo! Go, John, go! Oh, I made a whoopsie here. This needs to go over here. And then we need to put choke. Except I can't spell choke, and I put chokey. I need the roll, and because I'm a little lazy at that, I'm going to just copy and paste it and delete the bass drum part of the roll. And now we need to put in this measure, dut, 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 dut. And then once we get that in, I think we'll call it a day for today. Dut, 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 dut. This is a fun little march. I'll play the introduction after I get this in. Oops, what? I
don't know if I've told you this, because I just got to thinking about my dogs again, because
there we are.
They're getting into something in the living room, and I don't know what it is. But they can't apologize. But one of them, I named him Paul, and it's spelled like paw, but with an L. So
Oh.
it's kind of a pun. But he can say mama.
Oh.
That's the only thing they know how to say.
Oh, the puppies. Okay. Cool. So then the tuba, we're not gonna make a grade 2 tuba go dut 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 dut. That is a recipe for disaster. So they're just gonna go dun 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 dun. And I am gonna make them play C flat because I believe. Oop, that's the French horn. That's why that sounds weird. I'm a firm believer that we should be teaching the enharmonics of these notes. I mean, regardless if it's in a method book or not, I think it's incumbent on us as educators to be teaching those. That's my personal belief. That is, a lot of people would disagree with that, but I think that's how I believe, and I stick to it, or what I believe, and I stick to it.
Well, believe it or not, they will probably be less likely to miss that note as it's written like a C flat. Because if they were to see a B natural, a lot of kids would still just play B flat.
Yep.
John says the teacher makes the difference, not the method book. He's absolutely right.
I believe with you 1,000%.
Do you ever have a kid really want you to explain why C flat means the same thing as B natural?
Oh, I just realized these are all a measure late. Wait, no. What's going on here? Hang on, I'm going to answer your question in a second, Valerie. I goofed somewhere. Roll for 3 measures. Dut, 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 dut. Roll. Oh! I see what I did wrong. These are all a measure early. There we go. Right? Oh, yeah, here this. Right? What in the world? This should be... Okay, I goofed something up. Let's go back to the beginning here. So roll. Dut, 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 dut. Roll. And there should be a dut, 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 dut. And, oh, okay, I think I found the problem. Here should be a roll. Actually, this should go here. Actually, you know what? This is just all basically a couple measures early. This should go like that. So then this should go like that. And then we should actually steal this. I think this is part of how this got messed up in the first place. The dangers of copy and paste. I was copying and pasting away, and I wasn't paying attention.
That was probably about the time that my dogs barked. I blame them.
The poor puppies. I could never blame a puppy.
But their bark is a little bit more like a berry white bark. Like it's super low, like a tuba.
By the way, I also forgot the SF. Why you know SF? S. F. Oh, because I wasn't hitting F. I was hitting D. And it was like, why are you hitting D, man? We're also not going to give that sforzando to... Oh, we could give it to the mallets. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah! All right. We're in business. All right, hang on. So now we're going to use the same logic. We're going to give this to the tenors. We're going to give this to the bari sax. What did we give to the altos? We gave them the second clarinets. And then the bass clarinet got the tuba part. And then the bassoon got the trombone part. We're going to take that bass clarinet part up an octave. Because that equals a rut row. And then we'll get this, when we start next Wednesday, we'll get this little pickup. But we will not go da-da-da, da-da-da. We will not do the 16th notes. It'll go da-da, 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 da-da. Yeah, so basically, like, a lot of these marches, what I do to make them easier is I get rid of these 16th notes and I go da-da, 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 da-da. You know, basically, it's like the same thing, except way less articulating and, you know, especially with a middle school group, I think it would be a little muddy anyways, so it's gotta to help clear it up. Clean it up. Alright, let's give us a listen, and then I think we will be done for today. There we go. Alright, here we go. Ooh, there's a wrong note in there. It's the C. It should be C natural. There's also one more wrong note that I have to go quickly find. Yeah, it's C natural.
What part is that in?
That was in the trumpets and the clarinets, but there's a wrong note. I don't know where here in the in this da da dum da da dum.
Did he give the melody to the baritones, not the trombones?
You're right. I forgot because the baritones are always for some reason he always puts the baritones above them. So yeah, we got to switch that, and then the trombones get the chords. Good catch, Valerie. I forgot about that. And then what we'll do is we'll give this part to the bari sax down an octave. And then we're going to give the no. We're gonna give the the bassoons can then just keep what they have. The trombones then need something else. The trumpets aren't being doubled, so we'll give them the trumpet part, the second trumpet part, down an octave. Let's see if this fixed it, because I still can't figure out what's causing this. There's a really bad clash here, and I can't see it. So let's give it a listen real quick. Oops. I have to be honest, I think it's okay. One more time, just to make sure. Yeah, well, that's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, so that is what we'll do today, and we will continue entering more of this next Wednesday. Tune in tomorrow for Lori and I composing more of the grade 3 piece of music. Next Tuesday, Kevin Neese will be joining me for some composing. And then the next 2 Tuesdays after that, I'm keeping a secret to the last minute, but there's some very special guests I'm excited. Not that all my guests thus far aren't special, but I'll explain more when they're on why they're special to me. They're special to me, so I'm really excited about it. But Valerie, thank you once again for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And to everyone, thank you for listening. This is Valerie and John out.
See ya.